So I am happy to announce that it has been exactly 1 month since my big chop. And I'm loving this hair. I'm absolutely just, I'm loving it. It's just been an experience for me. I'm glad that I made the decision to go ahead and do it. I was so afraid to do it. I put it off for an entire year, and one day I decided to do it, and it was done. And this is me 1 month later, 1 month post big chop. I still get a lot of questions. I feel as though I have answered everything, but I still get a lot of questions. I still get a lot of the same questions. So I just wanted to come on here and clarify and just show where I'm at. I'm gonna just turn around so you can see what it looks like all around. So yeah, this is it. Okay, the number one question that I get is, well, why did I cut my hair? But also, did I cut it because I have a bad perm? I always get like perm related questions, and I put it out there that my hair was not permed before I did my big chop. My hair is natural before. I'm not going natural. You know what I mean? I'm not on a journey to go natural. I've always been natural. I've always had natural hair, except for one period in my life back in like 9th grade. I had a perm for like that year, didn't work out, chopped it off, started over, and have been natural ever since. I don't do perms, I don't do texturizers, I don't do anything harmful to my hair, really. I cut my hair off more so for personal reasons, as well as a length journey. So I am somewhat on a length journey, but to be honest with you, I'm not caught up on the length. You know, like some people will have long hair, long unhealthy hair, and not want to cut it because it's long. Well, that's kind of where I came from. My hair was long, thick, voluptuous, beautiful crown, and I had some damaged hair, especially in certain parts of my hair more so than others. I had some damage, some split ends, some stuff like that going on within my hair. And I tried the search and destroy method for a while, and that method is just so tedious to me. So I just decided, for about a year, all of last year, I kept telling myself, I'm going to cut my hair, I'm going to cut my hair, I'm going to cut my hair. And I was thinking about it constantly, wanting to do it. And I was just afraid to do it. And then eventually I started talking about it. The more I started thinking about it, the more I started wanting to do it, the more I began to talk about it. And I'm the kind of person that I don't like putting things out into the universe that I have no intention of seeing come into fruition. And so I started talking about it, and I felt like the more I talked about it, the more I had to do it. And so one day I just told myself, this is the date, this is when I'm going to do it, and that was it. It was decided, and I went for it, and I cut it, and I do not regret it. I love it. I have to admit though, I didn't cut it and automatically have the know-how of how to deal with it. I didn't cut it and automatically, think to myself, oh, this is the best decision I've ever made for my hair. That first week after cutting it was the most difficult week into 2 weeks that I've ever had with my hair and with my natural hair. And I didn't know what to do. I did flat twist a lot, so it was like, it was pretty much the same shape. This isn't a flat twist, this is just a old co-wash. I did flat twist, where I would flat twist all of my hair, and I would take it out a few days later and rock the curly mini fro. I also wore wraps. I still wear wraps. I wear wraps where I have the big bun in the front, and I like those. But I don't know too many hairstyles as to what I can do with this hair. Someone told me to straighten it or blow dry it or blow it out or whatever. I don't want to add heat to it. I have not added any heat. I have not combed through it. I haven't done anything like that. I don't use combs. The only thing I do with a comb is with the rat tail comb. I part, and even that I don't do. I may have done that once or twice. I don't part. This is my part that has, it's just there. And that just pretty much fluffs my roots. I don't pick through it. I don't clarify. Nada. I'm very low maintenance with it. And it is flourishing. I keep it moisturized. I've been washing it weekly. So every weekend I will wash it. I alternate between co-wash and clarifying wash. So one week I will co-wash it, the other week I will clarify with a Shea Moisture shampoo. The next week I will co-wash, and then the following week I use apple cider vinegar or a Shea Moisture shampoo. So I don't use the shampoo every week. And I'm actually thinking about cutting my washes down to every 2 weeks. I'm actually thinking about cutting it down to every 2 weeks. I'm gonna try that for a while and see how my hair behaves. Keep it moisturized. That is the biggest and most important thing for my hair, is to remain moisturized. There is not a time that I like to let this go and be dry. It just doesn't happen. I moisturized it today, so I won't moisturize this again for another 2 days. And that's kind of how I keep it going. So today, I won't moisturize tomorrow, and I won't moisturize the day after tomorrow, and then I'll moisturize again. But yeah, it's happy, it's healthy, it's so thick, it's growing. I have 3 different curl patterns going on in my hair. The circumference of my hair is one texture. Right in this area here is another texture. Right in this area here. And then directly below that is a whole nother texture right here. So yeah, I don't treat them any differently. I treat all the textures the same because I have been so low maintenance. Maybe when it grows out a little bit more and I get into styling a little bit more, then I will have to take into consideration that there are 3 textures. And I'm used to it. I've always known that there are 3 textures. They've always been there, you know. I know my hair. I'm very personal with my hair. I know the way it behaves. I know what it likes. And that's kind of why I did my cut also, because I just knew that it was time for a cut. I knew that it was time to get rid of those old strands and to just start over. I knew it. And I know the length that I can attain within a year because I've done it before. I haven't done the cut before, but I've done it to where there was a point where I bleached about 9 inches off my hair. And instead of cutting 9 inches off, I just let it grow out and cut, grow out and cut. So I was aware of the kind of growth that I could get within a year's time. And so that kind of helps with my decision a little bit more. So I know that in a year, this is where I'm going to be. In 2 years, this is where I'm going to be. At least I have the estimate of where I'm going to be with the growth. And I'm perfectly fine with that because, as you can see, it is growing. It's just, oh, it's so magnificent. It's so lush right now. And I'm happy with it. I'm really, really happy with it. there were a few rough days where I was just sad because I just felt like I didn't know. There are gonna be those days where you miss the hair. I've had long hair all my life and I just missed it. And that was just it. That's where that sadness came from. Someone asked me if I was going to donate the hair that I cut. No, I still have it, but I haven't donated it. Reason being because I don't feel that the quality of the hair is worth donating. I feel like it's kind of subpar because I am aware of the damage that existed with my hair. When other people saw my hair, they just saw the lush and the fullness of it. They just saw how pretty it was. And the fact that I had attained 17 to 18 inches of hair with kinky hair, because black people seem to have this idea that black hair doesn't grow, that our hair doesn't grow, which is false. Our hair grows if you learn how to take care of it. You can't, most people have had permed straight hair or weaved hair all of their lives. So most black people never learn how to deal with their own hair. How do you not ever learn to deal with something that grows naturally from you? I feel like it takes away from you as a person, us as a culture, because this is something that's a part of us that we have no idea, that most people have no idea how to deal with. And I feel like a lot of black people feel as though, or a lot of people that have kinky curly hair, nappy hair, feels as though it's difficult or it's not worth taking care of, or it's not worth maintaining, that I'm gonna just slap this perm on it, have this straight hair, and be good. I feel as though I feel as though having your natural hair and learning how to take care of your natural hair brings you closer to yourself, brings you closer to your roots, brings you closer to being whole. You know what I mean? You can't just eliminate a part of yourself and pretend like it doesn't exist. You can't manipulate it to the point where it resembles something that it was never meant to resemble, and then expect to know yourself holistically. But yeah, black people seem to think that our hair doesn't grow, that it doesn't flourish, and that is completely false. You cannot treat kinky curly hair the way you treat permed hair, the way you treat your weaves, and expect for it to be at its best. It doesn't work like that. You have to learn how kinky curly hair works, and you have to treat it in a way that so that it has its best opportunity to blossom. And I feel like a lot of us, we don't have the patience for that, and we say that it's difficult because we don't know how to treat it. The way I see it is like you spend your whole life learning how to deal with texturized, permed, weaved hair. You know what I mean? You've had your whole life to establish a relationship with texturized, permed, and weaved hair. You give your natural hair a month and then you're ready to give up on it. That's not a fair game. You know what I mean? That's not a fair opportunity. And I think that's where the greatest struggle exists, is in that time frame. I know a lot of people, they give their natural hair a month, 2 months, maybe even a year. And then they throw in the towel. They say it's too difficult, it's not happening, it's not growing, it's not this, it's not that. And the other, they slap a perm right back in it. But you give yourself such a short period of time to learn something that you've never had before, to learn how to deal with something you've never had before. Whereas you've spent the past 17, 23, 28, 30, however many years of your life dealing with straight, texturized, permed, weaved hair. You know, if that makes any sense. So I just feel as though you have to give yourself some time. You have to learn it. You can't go into natural hair. You can't embark on natural hair with the straight hair habits. It's not going to work, and you're going to give up. And you're going to be one of those people that say natural hair doesn't work. Granted, it's not for everybody. Some people some people just don't get it. They don't want to get it, and that's fine. You don't have to get it if it's not something that you want to get. You know, there's nothing being forced upon anyone. But I personally feel that you can't have a holistic approach to yourself until you give all aspects of yourself a go in their natural state. And that's your hair, that's your skin, that's your personality. You know what I mean? It's certain parts of us that we can't get in touch with until we are in our natural element. Okay? And hair is just a small piece of that pie. But I love it. I love natural hair. I love natural skin. I love being black. And when I say black, I don't mean African American. I mean anyone that is of Afro descent. So you can be American, you can be European, you can be Caribbean, you can be Asian, you can be from any part of the world. As long as you are of Afro descent, you have to learn how to take care of yourself using the means that most benefits Afro personalities. You know what I mean? I can't take care of my skin the way someone that is not of my background takes care of theirs, because our skin reacts and behaves to different things. Our hair reacts and behaves to different things. And I can't get upset with myself and my hair and my skin and be like, oh, well, my skin isn't soft enough, it's not moisturized enough, it's not looking or behaving the way the next person's is, because we're different. Our bodies, our habits, our needs are different. And so the best way to deal with yourself is to learn who you are, learn what works for you, learn your heritage, learn something about yourself and your people, and then you can better take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Learn. The world we live in now, there's so much resources at our fingertips. You know, before there wasn't any kind of information on how to take care of Afro, and I'm just subcategorizing us, you know, because I can only speak for myself. There wasn't much information on how to take care of Afro people. And I'm not just talking about our hair, I'm talking about us as a people. You know, our history, our lineages have been muted and hidden from us so much that we don't know how to take care of ourselves. And I think we're coming into an age where we have these subgroups of people that are exploring us more. Okay? We're learning more about us. We're learning more about our history. We're learning more about what we as Afro people need. And when I say Afro again, I'm talking about people that are of Afro descent. So it's a holistic approach to this natural lifestyle. Like me, there are a lot of lotions and body creams and things that people talk about and rave about. People of different ethnicities and backgrounds rave about and use and love and adore that do not work for me. They don't work for my skin. They're hair products that don't work for my hair. They don't work for me. And I've come to a place where I'm not going to try to force those things to work for me. I'm not going to keep using them and be upset that they don't work. Be upset with myself or be upset with the product for not working for me. I decided to educate myself and learn about what kind of things are more beneficial to my health and my beauty tastes, the things that I feel enhance my natural beauty. So instead of using a certain lotion, I'll use Shea Moisture. I do use some things, some other, branded cosmetics, but I use shea butter. I use coconut butter. I use jojoba oil. I use oils and butters and things to take care of my skin and my hair, and minor topical things here and there that also may work for enhancements and things like that. But what doesn't work for me, I don't try to force it. What works for me, I investigate, I figure it out, and I put it to use. And I feel like us as a people, we need to learn how to do that, from our hair, our skin, just to our overall health and well-being. Even when it comes down to our spirituality, we got to learn about what benefits us as a people and develop our own identities, become familiar with who we are, and go from there. But yeah, that's just a rant. Side note, sidebar. This hair of mine, I am absolutely in love with it. And if you were to ask me what was my favorite thing, I would say my hair. I love it. I love the way it grows. I love the way it behaves. I love what it has allowed me to learn about myself. And cutting my hair was necessary, not just for a healthier hair, but for a healthier me. It was a new beginning, a new start, and it has taught me so much about myself. It has revealed things about myself to me, and it's about the overall journey. You know, yes, I want the length. Yes, I want the volume. Yes, I want the health. Yes, I want all of it, all of the beauty that comes with this flower, this crown that sits upon my head. I want all of that, but I also want the lessons and the spiritual aspects that come from learning myself. And that's the gist of it. Yeah. So if you have any questions, go ahead, leave them down below. Once again, like I said, will try to insert some video clips in this so that you can see my chop. And anything else, just go ahead, leave them down below. If you've not subscribed to my channel, feel free to hit that button. Sorry that I don't have my background up. I didn't feel like getting it and putting it up and all that stuff. So you're seeing my wall and my clock and some other stuff. But yeah. Anyway, this was my 1 month update. I hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get back into using my Twitter. My Twitter name is @NeuroticVanity. And follow me on Instagram. It's @FreeVanity. Follow me on Tumblr. Tumblr. 2000andpretty.tumblr.com. Follow me on my social media. I'll leave links below. And I will see you in another video. Bye. We tried recording this before, but we thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So now we have to do it. 18. 18? Yeah. Okay. So this stupid camera did not even record when I cut the first piece. I have since cut 6 pieces, and I don't know, it wasn't recording, but
the reaction was somewhat like,
yeah, I was just like woo-sighing the whole time, but it didn't record. I'm so pissed off. Like, I'm so pissed right now.
hold on.
I'm so pissed. It didn't record any of it. But here are my braids. 6 of them so far. This is so strange. Look at you though.